Dukes and Bell on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game. We have officially named our MLS team, and we've got our colors. As a matter of fact, I just got my scarf, Mike.
I like it.
I'm digging it, man. And we're going to talk some MLS with the guys who are going to help build this team. It's Dukes and Bell. You can text us at 22929 on the Solomon Brothers Diamond text line. I'll say this. The colors I love. Black, symbol of strength and power. Red, victory red. It represents pride and passion. And then the gold symbolizes a commitment to excellence. And you lay that out, and then you start to, your chest swells a little bit. You know, you start to feel good. Like, yes, bring on the MLS.
And last night, we talked about it for guys that missed it. You hadn't seen some of the video on TV last night. Electric crowd, over 4,000 people at Compound now. It's called Soho. Packed in to see Arthur Blank and see the official logo unveiled. We've got the guys who are going to be running the show here, Atlanta's new MLS team, Atlanta United FC. First up, we got Darren Eales, who, of course, comes over from the UK. You'll hear the funny accent for you guys from Jonesboro. And we've got Carlos Bocanegra, six-time captain of Team USA?
6 years, yeah.
Wow, man. And
2010 World Cup. We were talking about it in South Africa, which I remember vividly. It was so beautiful. But, yeah, lots of experience here in the room, Mike, as far as building teams and understanding this game.
All right, we'll start with the guy that's going to be calling the shots. Darren, how do we build a team from scratch here in America in the MLS?
Well, it's going to be a great challenge for us, but an exciting one. As you saw last night, I mean, nearly 5,000 fans out. We're 20 months away from playing, and we just found out today we've gone through 22,000 season ticket deposits, which is a record for an MLS expansion team. So we're starting off hot. It's great. We've got a brilliant talent pool of young talent here, which is going to help us as we develop the youngsters. But, you know, our big job for myself and Carlos is to try and get the best players we can from around the world to come to Atlanta. And I'm telling you, things like last night makes it very easy for us because the players are going to be talking. They're all going to know that Atlanta's a place to come, that love soccer, and is a great place to live.
How is is there a philosophy behind this? I mean, you guys have played on teams, obviously, been a part of teams. What's the philosophy? Like, for fans here, we go, all right, if I'm going to build a football team, I got to get a good quarterback, right? What's the philosophy in starting a team like this, an expansion team?
Well, that was one of the things Carlos and I spoke about when I hired Harless to be the technical director, because clearly I've got experience from Europe and around the world, but Carlos has played in America. He played here when the MLS started. He finished his career here, so he knows what it takes to play in MLS, which is different. There's lots of travel. It's much more onerous, perhaps, and physical than it is in some of the English leagues and European leagues. So what we'll be looking for is the spine of a team. I'll let Carlos sort of pick up, but that's the spine's the key.
The spine, a good striker, you know, it is difficult because we're coming in with 0 players. So we have to sign about 28 players from, you know, January to March before the season starts. So like Darren said, it's a good challenge, but something we're really excited about. And you know, we need to bring in someone who can score some goals. That will be, first and foremost, that will be like your quarterback question.
Yes. I think it's important.
You know, Carlos Bocanegra, what about you, buddy boy? I know you just stepped away from the game, but have you got any, as we'd say in college, any eligibility left? I mean,
I'm done. I've hung up the boots. I'm out of the game now. I'm looking forward to this next challenge on the, you know, the other side of the ball, so to speak, in the front office side. So, you know, there's plenty of good players out here in America. We're producing talent. We're going to look all over the world. You know, we can bring in 8 international players. There's 8 slots for that. So, you know, we kind of have our net really wide right now, and not until next summer will be the first chance we'll really start signing players and have a chance to bring people in.
I want you guys to answer this question from both of your perspectives. When you talk about building the team and creating the interest. Now, last night, my guess is most of those people like Mike and you know, folks that were there are interested from the jump. They're interested. But there's a bunch of people here, obviously, you know, in this size market that are interested, but they want to see what this thing's about. How do you build the interest? How does that happen when you come in a market like this and, you know, you're trying to get more people interested in soccer, just the game? Maybe they're not familiar with it.
Exactly, and look, we're trying to build it organically. So little by little, we had the event last night. As we sort of gear up towards 2017, we've got the Gold Cup semi-finals coming to Atlanta on the 22nd of July, and that's going to be great because I think Atlanta's going to see the Mexican, U.S. national teams playing here, hopefully, if it goes to plan. And so that's going to sort of, I think, open people's eyes to how exciting soccer can be. But what we're hoping is that those sort of keen, avid fans, the 22,000 already signed up, they're going to bring their mates to that first game, playing in the new stadium. People are going to come and want to watch and see the new stadium anyway, and then we want them to come back after they've been there.
And you guys said you can blend the mix. Sort of the blueprint has been to develop talent. We're going to have a feeder system here that Arthur talked about last night, but also getting some names you might recognize from over in Europe, Spain, England, wherever. You know, guys maybe on the back end of their career, but the name recognition, certainly people want to see those guys.
Yeah, for us, it's more important that the player wants to be here. He's a good player, and he's going to put a good product out on the field and help our team. You know, it would be nice if, yeah, he has a nice name that people know, but that's not as important to us as putting quality on the field because we want to win. That's more important to us. And to go back to, how we can involve other fans or kind of just the normal sports fan that doesn't really know much about soccer, I would say just come to one game and just check out the atmosphere inside the stadium, and it's something that you probably wouldn't have experienced before.
I totally agree with that, and I've had that experience when the Dynamo started in Houston. I was telling it earlier to our listeners. People were like, "Well, what do I do?" And I said, "Just go to a game. Go to a game." And it just caught on, and they've won championships, as you guys well know. So it's one of those things you have to experience. Atlanta United FC. I love the name. I love the logo. You guys get a lot of flack. I mean, what was the course of direction with the logo? Did you have any say whatsoever? Or was that something that was already done before you guys came into play?
No. I mean, we spent a lot of time researching with our fans what they wanted in terms of what they wanted to associate with the team. And what we found was, I mean, I've learned it quickly as I've come to the city. It's a city with a lot of transplants. So we were finding that people were saying, this could be a team that they could unite behind. It was something where, you come from Pittsburgh, you might be a Steelers fan, but you're not a soccer fan of anyone in Pittsburgh. So actually, this could be Atlanta's team. So that's what we wanted from the name and the logo itself with the stripes. We think it's a sort of classic look, but it's got that sort of modern feel as well.
The guy with the funny voice is Darren Eales. He is the president. The technical director is Carlos Bocanegra from Team USA right here on 92.9 The Game. As we were out there last night, huge crowd. Place was going bananas. Can't wait to get started. I was kind of going for Shenanigans FC or Atlanta Traffic, but I guess, I understand the United component here. The league itself, Carlos, the strength of the MLS. How strong is this league? I mean, you played in the league. You've seen the development. We saw on the national team last night some players that are coming up through the Galaxy system. How strong is this league?
Yeah, this league is going from strength to strength. When I first started, I mean, the travel, the hotels, just the quality of play, throughout the league from top to bottom was average at best. And now, with the academy systems like you spoke about earlier, we're developing players that come up into the first team and are becoming professionals. We're attracting other players from around the world. Sebastian Giovinco comes in his prime here from Italy. Michael Bradley, Clint Dempsey, Josie Altidore, guys like this that play on the national team. We're playing in Europe at big clubs. They come back and they want to be here in MLS because it's a growing league. We have a new TV deal that's fantastic for the league. So all those type of things are just, like I said, it's been fantastic to see over the course of my career. I started in 2000, left in 2004, and came back in 2013. And now hotels are fantastic. They have sports science departments, nutrition. It's a whole nother ball game really right now.
How much fun was it playing in the UK, by the way, and how difficult an adjustment is that? Because Tim Howard obviously playing for Everton, and we've had guys that have had success, but you were over there for a number of years.
Yeah, it was great. That Chelsea hat is hurting my eyes
I know,
right
man.
now.
I'm sorry.
Mike has a Chelsea hat on.
Yeah, you played at Fulham, right?
Yeah,
which is right down the street.
They're our crosstown rival, so it was a lot of fun. The games are great over there. I got to learn so much and really see the world through playing soccer, which was a cool experience as well. But you're getting some unbelievable atmospheres in the stadiums here in America now, and it's really caught on. So, like I said, I would encourage any fan that's just a run-of-the-mill sports fan to come check out a game and check out an atmosphere and tell us how you like it.
Darren Eales is the president of our Atlanta United FC, and Carlos Bocanegra is here as well. He is the technical director. Now, people will say, "What does that mean?" You're like the general manager. What's the equivalent of that in another sport? Technical director, because they'll hear that and they'll go, "What does that mean?"
Yeah, I guess for lack of a better word, general manager from the football standpoint. Yeah,
sure.
And now Darren comes from, for guys who don't know his history, over at Tottenham Hotspur, and again, extensive experience in European soccer. So maybe you could bring Harry Kane over here. How much could that cost?
Yeah, that could be a possibility. I was laughing with a few of the guys yesterday because Gareth Bale obviously was one of the players at Tottenham that we sold in the end for a record world transfer fee to Real Madrid. But he loves golf, and his dream is to play at Augusta. So I've sort of reached out to him and said if he wants to come in 2017, I'm sure Arthur could pull a few strings and get him a game there.
Yeah, nice. No doubt about it. Now, you're a former Ivy League Player of the Year, right, Darren?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I came over here 20 years ago now and played a scholarship. Went to actually WVU for a year, which was interesting as an 18-year-old from England in Morgantown.
Oh, my God.
Had a fun time there, yeah. And then I went to Brown for 3 years, and then played in New York when it was the year before MLS started.
Yeah, listen, the MLS. If you're not familiar with it, just trust us when we say this is a growing league. As you know, Carlos mentioned the TV contract, which is a big deal. It's gotten us so much better, but the new deal is great. You're going to get a chance to see the team consistently on TV, but more importantly, you're going to get a chance to see them at the new stadium. I'll say this, guys. I'm excited about it. Mike and I have been talking about this all day, and I didn't know what the response would be. You know, did you guys have any idea what the fanfare would be like, you know, when the team was announced to come and obviously started from the ground up?
No, we weren't sure. I mean, when I came here, when I got the job, the big thing people were telling me was, oh, Atlanta's not a sporting town. You know, they said they don't get behind their teams. And look, we've seen it already. I mean, it's absolute rubbish. We've got nearly 22,000, supporters already.
I want to use that. Rubbish.
It just
it's
sounds
rubbish.
But when we say it doesn't sound as cool as when an Englishman says it.
It's true.
But we were just talking about it. Now, the Hawks had a bit of a roller coaster ride, and you put a winning, like, all that matters if you guys put a winning product on the field, I know the pitch, people will respond. And this is a town, as you said, that want to get behind a winner, just a matter. But there is also a realistic goal here. It's not going to be built overnight as an expansion team.
I think that's right. And I think Carlos picked up on it earlier. You know, when we're looking at the team we're going to put on that pitch, all we're focused on is getting a winning team. We're not thinking, is there an over-the-hill player that we can bring that might sort of sell tickets? Because we want to win. And we know if the team wins, they're going to become stars in their own right anyway. So, that's our focus. That's why Arthur brought us here to get a winning team on the pitch.
We're going to get a winning team. Who's with me?
Come on, make some noise. Jarvis back there. Come on.
We're going to get a winning team.
By the way, for guys out there, if nothing else, you drink beer in a brand new stadium, you sing the fight song, which will be developed. You talked about that last night. All the new traditions, which will start from the ground up. And Carlos, I mean, how much fun was it over there in the UK? A little bit different how they handle those. I mean, it's constant noise from the stands.
It's great. It's just constant chanting, constantly someone in your ear, and they tell you if you had a good game, and they tell you if you had a bad game as well. So it's great. But soccer fans are very passionate. They really get behind their team and super loyal. So it makes for a great atmosphere and a great experience.
How you like in Atlanta, by the way? I mean, the transition. You've lived all over the world, obviously, both of you guys.
Loving it. Great city. I was saying yesterday, there's tons of restaurants, shopping. I love the skyline, all different types of little neighborhoods around the city that, are very international and just diverse. So it has everything here. And I was very pleasantly surprised when I got here, and now even more after the 3 months that I've been here. I love it.
And by the way, congratulations, Boca is a newlywed, man.
Yes.
Hey! Had the pictures up on the big screen the other day.
Yeah. No, it was fun. Last weekend in California, so it was great.
Congratulations.
You guys need any restaurant tips? We're your guys, Darren.
Brilliant.
You can tell we like to eat, yes?
Yeah, good fish and chips. Where?
Yeah, actually, I got a place. I got Keegan's. I'll set you up over there. But we are men of substance. But Carlos Bocanegra, great to have you. Darren Eales, congratulations on the kickoff last night. We'll be looking forward to talking to you guys as it develops.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Rubbish. Say it one more time for me.
Rubbish.
Make sure you get that. We're going to drop that on somebody, all right, Jarvis? All right, we got a lot more to get to here. If you want to chime in on our new MLS team, you can. 22929 on the Solomon Brothers Diamond text line. Guys, you heard it. They have a plan. It's going to take some time, but the fact is you can get in on this now. You can get in on the ground floor, and that's something that's going to be very unique to the ATL. We got to talk some football when we come back. Some updates on guys who are playing with fireworks who are maybe going to be out for the remainder of the season, certainly training camp. We'll tell you about those guys when we come back on Dukes and Bell.